Hey everyone, my name is Kelly. I'm here today to talk about my self concept. The object that I chose is my car. As you can see right here. So, the reason that I chose a car as my self concept is because I learned to take pride and joy in something I've worked really hard for, and it teaches me a valuable lesson when the first day I bought the car. I learned to be more responsible for myself and to maintain myself every so often, just like a car would need when it comes to maintenance or fuel. Cars need fuel to get us places where we need to be, and us humans need food to energize us to keep us going through our day-to-day lives. And it's important to maintain ourselves to make sure we are healthy and to keep reaching our destinations in life, like completing a goal. I feel I relate to it because I'm able to build the car I've always wanted to have, and to me, it's like building an image for myself, who I am, and everyone can see my success when I complete it. And it's a great feeling when you accomplish something in life, and it's a feeling that no one can take from me. What works against this concept is not being motivated, but not creating goals in our lives, and to not care about ourselves when needed, and to surround yourself with negative people who aren't motivated or supportive as you are to reach your goals. I started to have this thought when I was growing up as a kid, and my dad always loved to work in the garage fixing his own cars. And it reminds me of who I wanted to be growing up. My dad would always influence me in being successful in life, getting where I want to be, and see myself in the future. And be proud of myself by doing so. I've learned to be honest, planning my goals, and to be inspirational with others on my creativity. What's important about my self concept is being loyal and creative as much as possible for everyone to see and to enjoy life to the fullest. The last thing I've ever wanted to do is create a fake image of myself who I don't want to be. And it's not worth living a life full of lies and regrets. I believe being an honest person comes a long way, and I don't want to be someone that I'm not. Pretending to be someone else can create drama with people, and you become a negative person and a person who can't be trusted from anyone else. People who tend to lie are people who I don't want to be surrounded by, because people can get the idea that it's okay to lie to significant people who actually care about you, like your partners, your friends, or your family, who think they can get away with it. Being honest helped me be the person who I am today, and I became more friendly towards other people, which helped me be more outgoing towards other people, and it helped build a strong friendship with people who I can trust. My self concept has been influenced by social comparison, by comparing myself with friends I used to hang out with during high school who always had it rough when not being motivated to reach their goals, whether if they didn't plan ahead or wasn't motivated to do the work in the first place, or it's just because they were lazy to do it as well. And that's something I don't want to put myself in. Also, I've had friends who would lie to their significant partner that later on would learn the hard way by their partner finding out the truth from other friends. Or typically, I believe if you're not happy, you're where you are with your partner, then you should really consider being honest in the first place, rather than lying or hiding your feeling towards people who really care about you, because you're creating the image for yourself as a liar, and no one would ever trust you or rely on you for help. The reference group that's most important to me is my family and friends, since they've been a positive influence in my life by motivating me to push harder and to never give up my goals. Um, Basically, having friends who are honest and loyal to me will always be important to me, because I rather have a few close friends than that will speak the truth and be there to support each other than rather than a full room full of friends who probably don't care so much about me and won't be there to support me or influence each other to do better or actually reach their goals. My self concept reflects me being confident with myself, and I wouldn't have been able to do it with moral support from my friends and family who show me the path of being honest and hardworking person to get me where I want to be today. The best way I manage other impressions of me is to be more outgoing towards other people and leaving a good first impression when meeting new people with respect, and going back to being honest with people. The way I like to meet people is to see if they have the same interests as I do, and to find out if someone who I can see myself be around with for the rest of my life, and trust them most importantly. If we happen to not have the same interests, I'm still the same friendly, outgoing person who I am today. And it doesn't change the way I see people because, at the end of the day, we all have different interests and still treat each other with the same respect that people deserve and be friendly towards each other. I wouldn't force myself or others to change their interests because everyone has their own interests in life, whether it's building cars, painting, or even traveling. And each interest builds our character and who we are. If people don't like my interest, then it's totally fine. It doesn't affect me of who I am today. Benefits of effective impression management is being viewed as a person who they can trust, whether it's emotional support or physical support, whenever needed. And I tend to stay that way because it creates better relationship with people and they will continue to be in our lives for a long time. The way I manage impressions online is I tend to avoid social media to express my feelings because I think it's personal and it's easy to say something rather than mean it. For example, if I post a status on Facebook about having a good day or a bad day, all of your friends will see it and start to ask questions that will lead into trying to get more personal information out of you, or even talking negative about you is something I don't want to deal with, especially if it's people who I don't want to share it with in the first place. I tend to keep my personal thoughts and feelings towards myself and close friends and family of mine. If I ever want to talk to someone for support who I can trust, that's the way I tend to keep it that way. Thank you for watching.